I'm going to be speaking about a subject that is near and dear to my heart. Some Christians will say that baptism is necessary for salvation, but at the same time, they'll turn around and say that observing any part of the law is not necessary for salvation. And that just kind of makes me laugh, because what they're saying is contradictory. Baptism stems from a Jewish ritual enacted by God, whose only purpose was to make us ceremonially clean. I believe its intended purpose was never to save anyone, but rather to teach us the spiritual truth which John the Baptist was trying to get across to us, which was that we had our resurrection in Christ and our subsequent spiritual cleansing. There are a number of reasons. You could pick one. If a person will not listen to Torah, even his prayer is an abomination. If the family of Egypt doesn't go up, if they refuse to come, they will have no annual overflow from the Nile. Moreover, there will be the plague with which Adonai will strike the nations that don't go up to keep the festival of Sukkot. This will be Egypt's punishment, and the punishment of all the nations that don't go up to keep the festival of Sukkot. And the Ruach HaKodesh too bears witness to us, for after saying, "This is the covenant which I will make with them after those days, says Adonai. I will put my Torah on their hearts and write it on their minds." He then adds, "And their sins and their wickednesses I will remember no more." Don't think that I have come to abolish the Torah or the prophets. I have not come to abolish, but to complete. Yes, indeed, I tell you that until heaven and earth pass away, not so much as a yud or a stroke will pass from the Torah, not until everything that must happen has happened. Who are these rules and regulations for? Galatians 3:7. Be assured then that it is those who live by trusting and being faithful who are really children of Abraham. 1 Peter 2:10. Once you were not a people, but now you are God's people. Before you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. Some people will say, well, we're not burdened by the law of sin and death anymore. Well, what was the law of sin and death? Was God's law of sin? Would these same people say that baptism is a burden? Would they say that communion is a burden? Tithing, obeying the Sabbath is a burden? Every one of those is a ritual found in the Torah, yet we still obey them today. So I think it becomes a little easier to understand why I was baptized, for one, why I celebrate the Feast of Unleavened Bread in the fashion of communion, why I wear tzitzit, why I do not wear clothes woven of wool and linen, why I eat kosher, those laws which we cannot fully follow, I do not believe that we should attempt to follow. Disobeying God is a serious matter. We are to live by His teachings. If we can, He has promised to bless us, and I'm okay with that. I hope this has been informative,
And in the end estimate of things, I don't see any reason why not to follow God's Torah. The only foreseeable consequences are participating in holy behavior and receiving blessings.